Sharknado, this is a dad movie. Let's talk about it right now. Okay, let's get into it. Sharknado is from 2013 and it lasts about an hour and 25 minutes. And what's the tagline for Sharknado? Enough said. Enough said. I think that's pretty fair. You see the word Sharknado, you kind of know what you're going to get. It's so good. So this movie, this movie opens with a strange little sequence. Oh yeah, it starts with a little business transaction on a boat, a little shark fishing vessel. It seems like there's a dodgy deal going down with a businessman and a captain. For some reason the captain starts chasing the businessman around this boat and with a handgun. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That just as he's about to kill the businessman, a shark jumps out of the water and takes his face off. It just keeps swiping his face until there is no face left. And then we cut to Miami Beach. Oh, lovely. Everyone's having a great day. It's nice and sunny. There's swimming going on. There's surfing. There's some old guys surfing. The main leads of this movie, they're about 38. They're not about 48, but they're a bit older than most of the surfers in this movie, or in real life. Well, so one of these surf dudes is our lead. His name is Finlay, the Thin Shepherd. Finlay, the Thin Shepherd. The Thin in a Sharknado movie. This is ridiculous, but I love it. I don't know how you can love this movie. It's so much fun. It's terrible. It's great. It's a true story, you know. And anyway, this guy and his best buddy, who's Australian, you know he's Australian because every 5 minutes he goes,
"Bloody hell! Bloody hell!
Bloody hell!" And at the beach, the waves are coming up. People are getting excited because they can surf these giant waves. Some of the other people are realising those waves are a bit high to be surfing. But it doesn't stop Finn and his mate, no, or a strange loon who's ironing it on the beach. She decides, I'll show you guys how it's done. So she goes out, joins in, and she's instantly eaten by a shark. And then the Australian guy, he's bitten on the leg. Yeah, that doesn't affect him for the rest of the movie at all. I mean, I'm not being sarcastic, it actually doesn't. Yeah, there's plenty of scenes of him running about and stuff later, and he seems fine, even though his leg was bitten by a shark.
He's a tough guy.
What do they feed these Australians? They're tough cookies. He's saved from certain death by Finn, who beats off the shark.
He what?
Who chases off the shark. Yeah, he hits the shark with a surfboard and goes, get out of here, shark. So the shark does. After this, there's a massive scene of sharks coming right up to the beach. I don't know how they're managing to swim in the shallow water at the front of the beach, but they start eating people left, right and centre. Yeah, it's a great scene. It's not a great scene, it's hilarious. Some guy gets eaten in half. Well, it's all chaos, and then we cut to the beachside bar, and it's maybe an hour later, not even, and no one's bothered about all the dead bodies. Everyone's like, oh, this is a great little bar. I mean, this is Thin. This is the people involved in that scene that are in the bar. They've all seen it. They've all witnessed it. They've all experienced this trauma. That they're all like, another drink, please, Darkheat. Finn owns the bar, and his head bartender is a lady called Nova. Yeah. And for some reason, Nova needs to know everything about Finn, because she finds out he's married before, and she's like, you were married? And then she finds out he's got a daughter, and she's like, you got a daughter? And then she finds out later in the movie he's got a son, and she's like, you got a son as well? Why didn't you tell me? I don't know why she needs to know. I don't know why she needs to know either, because they're not romantically involved at all in any part of the movie. There's no reason for her to know his entire life story, but that she must find out. A report comes over the TV in the bar saying there's going to be a massive storm David, and it's going to be like the worst storm for hundreds of years or something. Everyone needs to stay inside, stay safe. Who knows, this could lead to some sort of tornado filled with sharks. A Sharknado, perhaps? Yeah, maybe. It does? Yeah, I know. So Finn knows how bad the storm's going to be, so he phones up his ex-wife to make sure her and his daughter are safe. No mention of the son at the moment, no. Yeah, that's right. Later on we find out the son's at an airport, he's taking flying lessons or something. And yeah, Finn doesn't ask about him or ask where he is on this phone call. You can't do that. Worried. I guess not. But he decides, forget this, I'm just going to go drive to Beverly Hills to my ex-wife's house and make sure her and my daughter are okay, for some reason. So he announces, right, everyone, the bar is closed, everyone please leave. So people are about to leave, but then the storm hits up, and a shark comes flying through the window. This is a dar on a tier. This movie's great. The shark comes in the building. Nova just stabs it in the head with a pool cue. She's pretty strong. Yeah, she is. So everyone starts to run out of the bar, and as they run along the pier, more sharks are jumping up due to a storm, pulling them out of the water somehow. Yeah. And one of the sharks is about to eat Nova, but then George, who's a darfly, he's like in that tub every day. He grabs the dar still and smacks the shark on the head. Yeah. And then the Australian guy's about to be eaten, and he throws I think it's like a gas canister into the shark's mouth and shoots it and blows the shark up.
You know, like in Jaws.
And the storm's going crazy. People are being thrown about. People are being eaten by sharks. People are looking for shelter. One guy runs along the street, and the Ferris wheel by the beach just comes off its hinges and crushes him. It's so funny. I don't know if it's meant to be funny. It is. This whole movie's meant to be funny. I don't know if it is, but there are funny moments. It's hilarious. Comedy of the year. Well, 2013. So there's a big race to get to Beverly Hills. Finn, the Australian guy, Nova, and George all get into the car, and they head off to Beverly Hills. But the roads begin to get flooded on the way. George gets out to help a lady get her dog from the car. Luckily, the dog escapes unharmed. That George... There's like an overpass above them, right? And George looks up just as a big wave comes over and a shark lands on him. Yeah. It's and that's George, by the way, as Kevin McAllister's dad from Home Alone. We'll watch Home Alone at some point. I don't know what that is. You'll love it. So Nova, Finn, and the Australian guy, what's his name? I've got no idea. But the Australian guy, they all make it to the ex-wife's house. They go in, the streets are deserted, by the way, and not flooded or anything. But they go in the house, and the ex-wife's new boyfriend, he's a dick. Right, okay, he's totally arrogant, and he's like, hey, she's my property now, and all this stuff. And then the living room floods, even though the street outside's not flooded, and he's eaten by a shark. Yeah, I mean, they could have kept that character alive for a bit longer. So we could really not like him, and then when he's eaten, you're kind of like, well... That's what you get for being a dick. Don't say that. So the trio, along with Finn's ex-wife and daughter, April and Claudia, they managed to get back to the car. Yeah, because they dropped a sideboard on the shark and escaped. And then they get in the car, and again, the street's still not flooded. No, we actually saw where that shark that came into the living room came from. Oh yeah, it dashed out an anhole. Like some sort of cartoon turtle. So this is when it's revealed Finn also has a son named Matt. Yeah, and he's at the airport, and he's taking flying lessons, so it's a race to the airport. So there's no shark avoiding, no shark killing. They're driving along, and there's a shark on the roof trying to get in the car. I don't know how it's not dying from being on dry land, or a dry car at least. Yeah, I don't know that either. But there's all sorts going on. At some point they're on an overpass, and they see there's a school bus trapped beneath the overpass and surrounded by sharks. Yeah, so Finn, of course, a 38-year-old hero, he's not that old, he sails down from his part of the overpass and saves the children one by one. And the sharks just wait patiently and don't try to eat any of them.
I thought sharks were my friends.
Until it's Finn's turn to go up the rope. He waits till the end, goes up the rope last to make sure all the kids and the teacher are okay. And then a shark climbs up the rope after him. What? I don't know what's going on. I want this. I need this on Blu-ray. After this, our gang are driving down the streets, trying to make it to the airport, and yeah, and they're getting chased by sharks, and they're surrounded. The streets are actually finally getting flooded, so they're getting surrounded by sharks. Finn's driving, and he says to his mate, "Here, what does this button do?" And it's a big button called nitro dust. And he presses it and they go flying. They get to the airport, they find Matt and his colleagues hiding in a cupboard. While they're reuniting with their son and meeting these new colleagues, the tornado is getting closer and closer to the airport. Yeah, this big CGI cartoon tornado. Yeah. But it's getting closer to the airport, and it's filled with sharks, which no one seems to find that strange. Yeah. And there's 8 people here, and they think, like, right, let's get out of here, let's fly out of here. We're at an airport, but the only thing around is a helicopter. Yeah, why is that the only thing around at this airport? One helicopter. I don't know, it just is that 8 people can't fit in it. So Nat decides, right, I've been taking lessons, I'm the least experienced, but okay, I'll do it. I'll fly up to the top of the tornado, drop in some explosives, and blow up all the sharks. They find a munitions room at this airport for some reason. They take a load of grenades, TNT, dynamite, whatever else. And Matt and Nova go into this helicopter. I don't know how she's going. I don't know either. But they go up and they start flirting with each other. I mean, sure, this might not be the time. It's romance, yeah. While they're flirting and talking, finding out about each other, we find out that Nova really hates sharks. I'm not surprised. Yeah, she hated sharks before all this, because when she was a kid, she was trapped at sea for several days, and she watched sharks eat her grandfather and all of his friends who were trying to protect her. Oh, this movie's great. Stop saying that. As we get closer to the tornado, Nova says, we're going to need a digger chotter. There are many, many Jaws references in this movie. Not all gold, like that one, no.
We're gonna need a bigger chopper.
As Matt and Nova are in the helicopter, sharks are circling them in this tornado, Sharknado, and Finn's taking shots at them with his pistol and hitting every single one. He's amazing, so is that pistol, if it's reaching those sharks. The bomb plan kind of works, not really. They drop the bomb in the tornado, and it does a little bit of damage. It disperses the sharks, then it doesn't really stop it. No. But the tornado passes without too much damage. But then there's a second tornado. A second Sharknado. Sharknado 2. There is a Sharknado 2. What? There's like 6 or 7 of these movies. Really? Yeah. We're gonna watch them all. Not for a long time. In 2025. We're watching them all. No, we're not. We're not going to promise that. Too late. I promise. No. So, as the second Sharknado approaches the helicopter, Finn is thinking, right, I can fly us out of here, no problem. But I don't have any explosives left. Yeah, and then Nova is knocked out of the helicopter by a shark. It just knocks her out of the helicopter into the mouth of another shark. She's eaten whole. Yeah, that's a bit of a surprise. It's hilarious. It's so cool. I don't know if it's cool. It is. So back on the ground, Finn fills the car with explosives, with dynamite, TNT, with grenades, with everything. Yeah, and he drives towards the second tornado, the second Sharknado, presses nitro dust, and jumps out at the last second. The cardan goes into the Sharknado, blows it up, and all the sharks are dead. They all start falling to earth. And the last one starts to fall towards Finn, who's holding a little chainsaw thing. He's waiting to chop it in half, because he saw him do that earlier, you see. That's right. But it lands mouth first on him. Yeah, swallows him. And then you see, like, this cartoon shark being cut open from the inside, and Finn steps out, unharmed, covered in blood. And so does Nova. Yeah, that's right. This happens to be exactly the same shark that swallowed Nova whole, didn't bite her, didn't hurt her, didn't start to digest her. She just walks out of the same shark that swallowed Finn. Greatest movie I've ever seen. No, this is terrible. This is not a good movie. It's so good. You should watch it right now. No, you should watch the rest of this video. But then, I don't know, watch highlights maybe. No, watch the whole thing. The whole movie's a highlight. We'll agree to disagree. That's basically it. Matt and Nova kiss. Turns out Nova's not her real name. Her real name's like Jennifer or something. So they kiss, and that's the end of Sharknado. The greatest movie I've ever seen. It's not the greatest movie I've ever seen. It's up there. Oh wait, what is it? Trivia. Okay, give me some trivia. So one of the guys eating at the start in the beach is the director. Alright, cool. Anything else? This movie was shot in 18 days. It shows. Anymore? Yeah, Steve Guttenberg. Remember him from High Spirits? Oh yeah. And Police Academy and things like that. Huh? Never mind. He was offered the lead role, but he turned it down. He saw the success it had. Well, kind of success. And he regretted not doing it. So when they offered him Lava Lantula, he said, yes, please. Lava Lantula. You're definitely watching that. I don't know if we are. We are. Okay, let us know what you think about Sharknado. Hit like, hit subscribe, watch another video. Enough said.